Henny?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Oh, they're going from the wrong way.
That was left all the way off the club.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Seven feet to the cup.
An important par save.
I like the look of this. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Even for the day. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. Sitting at 5 over for the event. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the
Leeds
tips.
Pete said
A
hello.
well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
From the sand, looking to get up and down. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and everything. I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And the rivalry seems to be inspiring this player to make some great putts. That will bring them closer together on the leaderboard. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
Nice out the rough here.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
Now this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Hello everybody on YouTube, how you all doing?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. That's just inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Looking really good.
That putt went a bit long there.
An opportunity to make their par. Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Well, that was a good strike. And here we are with the 3rd shot. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Solid little par putt here.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Shame it didn't drop.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
No.
That's disappointing.
A par putt on the table. And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Well played. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Oh, you son of a...
Birdie looking here.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one.
Currently at 4 over for the day. The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy.
Playing from around 230 yards.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
They got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
Putting for eagle here. That was a gallant attempt. A 7-footer right here. Oh, terrific. What an effort.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard.
Petty Pete Alzan plays said hello.
The
Leeds
17th
Pete
at
said hello.
TPC Summerlin is a
Pete
downhill
Paddleson
par
plays
3
said
playing
hello.
196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. If that's the right pace, this should drop. Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes for the whole way.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Why not take another look at that effort?
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. A thing of beauty.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Going with the 8-iron here. Left yourself an opportunity. This putt is for a score of 72. Was on a good line. Par putt coming up here.
And that will do it for him at this event. And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine.
Sorry
I
if
got
it
to see
sounds
some
so rubbish
incredible
today, I
shots
don't
and
know
some
why.
not so good stuff, but what a day.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, in their last encounter, Bubba took them to town, so I think this player we're following has a chip on their shoulder and has something to prove this week.
Now, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though.
He finds himself in a share of 13th. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Let's
It's
not go
been
to
neck
Bubba
and
Watson.
neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
16 feet to the cup. This one's tracking.
And that will drop in for a birdie.
He's in a share of 3rd place. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. That's some good golf right there. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This is what they have left for par.
Oh, just missed.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And unfortunately dropping back to even par there. Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the 4th hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see 2 massive bunkers and obviously the water, so anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Big putt for par coming up.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Oh, let's
Who'd
not
have
go
thought
to
we'd
him.
see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently on top of the leaderboard here.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Going with the 7. Pretty sure that one's headed left.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, time to return to the action.
And this shot from the bunker.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
Oh, turn?
Steady now. We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. And that puddle drop. Well done. Currently at 2 over par. And they'll have to compose themselves now with this tee shot after a double bogey at the last.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Second shot here on the 6th. And this is an extremely long putt. They might even have to hinge on this one. Ooh. No, that's too bad. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
No.
Looking to drop this putt to be even with Bubba.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
No, that's not.
Now 7 shots behind after that.
And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Oh, I like the look of this.
And gets that putt of distance to go.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Teeing off now on this par 3. Going with the hybrid.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Good looking putt. Well done. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Oh, for the love of Johan.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn. It'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Second shot here on the 10th hole. Is there anything classier than someone that could hit a driver off the deck? Getting ready to play their third.
Winds blowing from left to right.
Going to try and hold it against the wind.
You like that, didn't you? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, guys, he's got 28 feet here. This is their look at birdie.
All right, you'll make it the next time.
And it's New Zealand's Lydia Ko who leads here as we head to the next.
Playing
The
rubbish.
11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say,
Oh, that's
this
a
is
good shot.
really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Ow!
That's frustrating. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
It's looking solid.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Currently at +3 for the round. And we've arrived at a par 3.
Well, hit it wrong.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
This one's going to the right.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And here we are with the third shot. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Nice stroke. That's a bogey, but not a bad putt.
That was shocking.
Lydia Ko is currently on top of this one.
Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
What's going
Playing
on?
their fourth shot. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
The
Phenomenal.
leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's begin the 14th.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with a final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, so close, but an easy par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
And he's safely on the green.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Get in the hole. Fair effort. That hole's done. Sitting at 5 over for the day. This hole is a par 4. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
There's no doubt about this rivalry. It's certainly heating up. That has moved them within touching distance of their rival.
No, it hasn't.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. That was wonderfully done. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here.
Oh no, oh no.
It's going to find the water, sadly. Time now for the 4th shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Well, that's a handy shot. And that's it for today.
What a shot that was.
Well, Rich, it's fair to say that this player didn't quite have their best stuff this week.
Tough tournament all around for this player. Better days ahead for them, I'm sure.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.
I don't know if anyone's watching, but I appreciate you if you are.
"2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing
Stop.
elementary about
Don't
this,
come back.
Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though.
Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts.
Don't come. Oh.
What happened there? That's not your best effort. And this next putt is for triple bogey. This one started out on a good line.
Yeah, you'll take that.
No, why?
Sitting at 3 over for the day. Time now to forget the horrors of the last and focus on this next tee shot. Well, this should find the short grass. Second shot on the second. Handy effort, that one.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, so close. Yeah, not much to sweat there. Sitting at 3 over for the event. Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxhole Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxhome Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle, The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing out these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Just didn't drop. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Not a bad line, this.
And there it is. And with that effort, now 3 over for the day. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. Bit disappointing, that one. Oh, that was a good strike. That was pretty well played out of the fairway bunker. Well, this would be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
This is a par putt.
Oh, for the
It's
love
a
of...
common fault in putting. Pulled it slightly. Putting for bogey here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxholm Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. We need this one to bounce right. Wow, what a shot.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Lining up the birdie putt here.
And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. Well, here's an unlikely player. A little bit of an underdog, you say?
Yes, but everybody on the PGA Tour can play. He's just an unknown quantity at the moment. I'm excited to watch.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Let's go for a wee. I'll be back shortly. I'll be right back.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4.
Let's get a coffee. I'll be right back. I'm back. Anybody chat? Anybody say hello? No.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
This one is right down the pipe. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance.
And a fantastic look up.
No!
Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for par. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. We have a par 3 on this one, and after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent.
Anybody watching on YouTube or anywhere else to say hello would be beneficial.
Going with the 8-iron here. Second shot here on the 8th. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. It was on a good line.
Putting for a bogey.
David Richards, thank you for the follow yesterday. 2 more for
And that's a little
140 on
disappointing,
three.
dropping some spots on the leaderboard. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, the players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
Yeah, this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
Oh, what a great stroke. Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. We've reached the beginning of the back nine, the 10th. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there.
Alright.
Getting ready to play their third. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
With this putt, he'll tie Bubba.
And in it goes for the par. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Now on the tee of a long par 4. Oh, well done. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped. He has this putt to save his par.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that green side bunker.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. A chance to go under par here if he can just keep the bogeys off the card. That's tidy. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
What was that?
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
The tempo there was exquisite.
opting for the 5-wood.
No.
This one's headed towards the rough. That ball looked a little thirsty. And here we are with their 4th. And this one might need to get down a little. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Great touch.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
That one should find the surface.
Outstanding approach shot.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look. 8 days a week, that rhythm works.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Now this is important. This for par.
There it is.
And staying right where they were in
If you could hit
today's
a like
rankings
and
after that.
subscribe on YouTube, I would
Now
appreciate
at the
that.
17th hole.
They're trailing heading into the short par 4. Do they take it on to the layup? How much do they trust their swing right now? We'll find out.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Stop then.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
Putt is underway.
And the punt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
Going and going and going.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
This one heading towards the green.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, just missed.
See, where are you going?
Yeah, that can happen on these greens. They're tricky at times.
A par putt awaits.
Okay, steady now. And that signs off on today's round.
I think I lost again to Bubba. You're keeping Arab.
Well, Henny, we saw some extraordinary shot making out on the course here today. We saw some phenomenal play when it mattered most. A win over Bubba Watson? You'd put that in your kit bag and take it.
Absolutely you would. As we mentioned off the top, Luke, this player was gunning for the fearless Bubba Watson, and they proceeded to beat him. It was a great performance to watch this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this player's career goes from here.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Well, that's a nice line.
The game can be frustrating, can't it?
In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And the third hole here at Old Marina Golf Club looks very familiar, Rich. Par 4, playing 444 yards.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there is out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pool. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
This has a real chance.
Ooh. That'll sting a bit. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
That gets the job done.
Sitting at a couple over for the day. Here we are at the 4th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
From around 220 yards. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Rich, this player is definitely not on the top of many people's favourites to win. How do you see them faring here today?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
No.
Ooh. Ooh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. We have a par 3 on this one. Going with the 9-iron, I think. A quality shot, that.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
This is, oh yeah.
That's a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the whole way.
Trailing by 4 strokes. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. 4 shots behind our leader. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
head it straight with
This
an
one's
iron.
heading towards the rough, I think. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it? All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole.
Better than most.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. This hole is a par 5.
They can pummel the driver, no problem.
That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 7th. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Well, it could be in. That could be in.
Come on, ball.
That
Come
could
on.
be in.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole.
He's in a share of 12th place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one. That'll help make a big move. He finds himself currently tied for 5th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one. A really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. He's currently tied for 5th. Teeing off now on the 10th hole. Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. Oh my God, Rich. I don't even know who this player is. Look at this performance.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, but that's what makes this game so great, isn't it? Everybody loves a Cinderella story.
And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Yes, they've made it. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He's currently tied for 4th.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Now this one looks to be heading down the runway.
It's on the dance floor. Be on the dance
Playing
floor.
from around 110 yards out.
Currently a shot off the lead.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right.
And this putt to move into a tie for 1st.
I think I messed that up.
This is on a stupendous line.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. He finds himself in a share of 4th. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
No,
Opting
I
for the
can't
6-iron.
hit it straight.
Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Broken Echo said
Good
morning
opportunity
Pete.
here, just 6 feet to the hole.
You like broken? How you doing?
Yes, for par.
And
This
down she
morning?
goes.
No, I've actually missed one. Hot this morning.
Trailing by a
Well,
stroke after
my
that hole.
afternoon, your morning.
Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Just one stroke off the lead.
Cut!
Going with the
did.
7.
Did I hit it straight?
Needs this one to
Broken
kick
Echo
right.
said bored. Can't find the
That's
motivation
well
to
played.
scream.
Anything on the green from
Don't
there was
do it
fine.
then. What's up- well,
And
it's
this
up to you,
putt
innit?
to
If you
move it
can't
into a
find the
tie for
motivation,
second.
Don't do it.
Ouch, that hurts. And down
Broken
it
Echo
goes.
said your mic is a bit low, mate.
He's in a share of 5th position. And now teeing off on this par 4
That might be
hole.
better.
Broken Echo said that i's better.
That
Yeah,
reminded
just a
me of
setting
that
on
Big
the
Easy.
effort, Phil.
Silky smooth. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
He's 2 shots back.
Straight.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Pummeling
Just
that
putting on
hole.
a ball
Pummeling
striking
it.
clinic, it seems today,
Uh-huh.
Rich.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently tied for second.
Well, only 2 from the top.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little.
He's in fuego.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
That's frustrating. And the putt drops now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's
Fucking
see
mouse.
what they can produce.
Well, of these holes, the short par 4. Do you be bold or lay up?
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
No!
It's a chance for a good shot here from the fairway bunker.
Go on, go on.
Oh, absolutely flushed. 13 feet to the cup.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
This really looks good.
Oh.
Ooh, right by the hole.
An opportunity to make a par here.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Don't know why you keep saying 0 viewers, and I have got viewers.
Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes were wide open standing here on the 17th tee of the Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit
What
uphill.
the hell
but
was
let's face
that?
it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Needs this one to kick right.
Need to stop. They come back. In. Oh.
That's a perfectly fine result hitting from a lie like that.
Flo
And
Mignon just
racking up
followed.
their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
Someone just followed.
He's
and I
currently
don't know
sitting
who.
in 3rd.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
And as this player begins their final hole, they're 2 shots
Oh,
off the
that man
lead.
followed. Thank you
Come
for
on,
having
that
followed
finish
then.
line's in sight.
I
Let's
appreciate
power
you.
towards it. No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
That's the right option. Put it back in play. Getting ready to play their
No,
third.
thank God.
2
that didn't
strokes
go.
off the lead.
Stop.
And this putt is for a final score of 65. Tracking. And with that putt, that'll bring his tournament to a close.
Someone just followed and I don't know who it was.
And Rich, even without the win, it's fair to say this is a big-time week for this player.
Listen, we're going to know this player's name for a long time. After that performance, didn't get the victory, but I tell you what, all eyes are going to be on this player going forward. What an attitude. What a finish.
Third.
Love it.
Let's play one
on
more
behalf of
round.
myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
I know it's pretty boring watching me play golf. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. I don't know why kick's not working. Let's have a look.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke, but he's such a nice guy you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, or maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win.
That's an awful error. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Going with the 5-iron here.
That's not the shot they're after.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Very crafty, that shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Oh,
Just
why
didn't
did it?
drop.
Oh.
A bogey putt awaits.
Currently at +1 for the tournament. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where
You're still
you
playing
laid back on
Assassins.
top of the hill and took a
Very good.
wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Setting up miles from the hole. That was a gallant attempt. And in it goes. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely
I'll tell you
painful
what.
to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Might need to get the feel back on the putting green.
And he's down there. You got a read?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
A bit too much pace on that one. And makes it for the bogey.
Sitting at 2 over for the event. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Go on, go on, go on.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. That was pretty straightforward. Now 5 strokes behind. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
It's been a bit of a struggle on the greens. Hopefully he can change it here.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, so close. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Nice recovery there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's
Oh,
when the breakup
man.
and the canyons come into play.
That's not what they were looking for.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
This one's online. Solid par putt, that. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Currently at 2 over par. The par 5 ninth is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Oops, this one's headed for the rough.
Well struck. Getting ready to play their third. That's nicely done.
This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. That's inside the range. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. Over 300 yards from the tee as well.
Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
Get excited. This could go in.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Matt Kuchar currently leading the field. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
It doesn't matter how you hit it if you can hold putts like that. And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot. He finds himself currently tied for 9th.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
And here we are with the third shot.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
No!
Well, Rich, that's on the surface, but it's in 3-putt territory. It's so far away. And he needs this to save par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And unfortunately dropping back to even with the card.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Go on, get in the hole. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Going with the 8-iron here. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
On dancing.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
Okay, steady now. Yep, well done. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
It's on a great line. Ouch, that hurts. And as the putt drops, 2 over, heading down the stretch. And
Last couple of
unfortunately heading
holes.
in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
This is a good chance. Ooh. That's just about 3 feet away. Well, this was the conundrum, wasn't it? When the new rule came in, did they leave the flag stick in or do they take it out? I'm pretty sure they wish they would have taken it out there. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Nicely holed. And for par. And now at +4 for the round. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
And he needs this to save par.
And that's how he signs off on this event.
Alright, thanks everybody. Appreciate you all being here.
And that'll do it for today. Great day all round.